All right, so we're going to take it from the top here and talk about ORO Los Angeles as a brand. Obviously, they make a lot of their efforts primarily into that marketing side of things. You probably see them on Instagram. They've paid a few other YouTubers who bought the shoes and reviewed them. I watched all those videos out there for ORO Los Angeles on the internet currently, and I think my video is going to be the best because I'm going to just tell it to you as it is. I'm not going to glorify the shoes or take them out of the scope of what they're meant to be. Here I'm showing you guys overall what the boots look like. Starting from the left, all the shoes, they're all Blake stitched, which is great. Um, Obviously the ones on the left, the Madrid strap and that black leather. In the middle, the alpaca, the Granada, they all have leather soles. The red on the Madrid looks great. The black on the Granada looks great as well. We have a crepe sole on the right side. Crepe soles get dirty, and there's nothing you can do about them. I mean, you could, make sure the dirt doesn't creep up the sides of it. That makes it look terrible. But just keep that in the back of your mind when you are buying these shoes. Don't, feel like you ruin them because there's discoloration. People don't really give a damn about that. Moving onwards, I want to talk to you a bit about, now we know what the construction's like. Obviously, we have that calfskin leather, but what's really great to me about these shoes is the overall silhouette. Now, I've looked at damn near every Chelsea bootmaker on the market. I've compared their prices to how they can be styled, to their silhouettes and their construction. And here's why I said it earlier on, ORO is the best. So let's take it from the top and let's take it from the bottom. Let's look at, your entry level Chelsea boot, right? Your ASOS, H&M type shit. Now, those ASOS shoes definitely won't last you longer than a year. They don't have the silhouette these have. They're not priced like these are. Obviously, these are a lot more expensive. And they're a cheap way to start seeing if you like the shoes or not. If you like the Chelsea boot style and, this kind of slimmer fashion boot, this is not like a utility combat type shit. This is strictly a fashion boot. There is zero utility outside of that. Now, moving forward, you look at brands like, Thursday Boot. I compared a Beckett Simonon, a Meerman. They're all kind of different in their regards. To start off with talking about Thursday Boot. Thursday Boots, they look nice. They don't have the silhouette that I'm really looking for, that slim, narrow with that almond toe. A Thursday Boot cannot offer me that currently. They also don't make a crepe-soled boot as we see on the right. And they make a Rogue boot, the Thursday Boot Rogue. You can look at that if you love Jodhpur. But I don't really like the Rogue. It looks weird. It looks just like a big pipe on your foot. It doesn't have that sleek kind of vamp to it. For example, I'll move this one down just because this is the easiest way to look at it. But you see how this shoe kind of has that slope going upwards? I feel like the Rogue, it cuts it off short and it just goes up through here. But this is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Same thing when you're looking at the Granadas, right? And this Granada is super elegant. This is absolutely elegant. Just obviously I've worn it in, so it has character, quote unquote. Now I'm just beating these up when I'm walking. But once again, that silhouette is uncomparable to other people in the market. And then last but not least, I want to get over here with the Alicantes as well. Alicante, once again, bringing in that great silhouette. And just the versatility of something like this is great. Now, you didn't click on this video because you want to know how to style these, or you want to know, whether or not you should get a Chelsea boot. I mean, there's 300 videos out there you can watch instead. Mine is really just talking about ORO as a brand. Now, we talked about Thursday Boot so far. We talked about Beckett Simonon. Beckett Simonons, their silhouettes are terrible. I think they have a silhouette that I'm not really looking for. Moving onwards into Meerman, that's when you get a little bit closer to this. Carmina is when you get a little bit closer to this. And in between those two, you see a brand called ORO Los Angeles, which is what these are. And I'll get to that. I'm going to skip over them for now. So like I said, Carmina has a silhouette, which is pretty nice, but the pricing, I think, is out of this world. Same thing with Common Projects. I think Common Projects, it's the most basic Chelsea boot. I think it's Blake stitched. I don't necessarily love the way that it looks. I mean, you can't compare, like, get a picture of a common projects on like another browser and compare that to what this looks like. And there are other videos of this boot specifically, but you can't compare. This is a better silhouette with the Oro. Anyways, and then you have the Saint Laurent, which is like $800 for a Chelsea boot. I don't really recommend that. I think that's just not what you should or have to spend on a Chelsea boot unless people give a damn about what brand you're buying. Now, Oro is not a family name. Saint Laurent is. You're paying for that marketing. You're paying for it to be a family name. That's primarily why you see the price increase and the price jump so much. When we're going back down to Oro Los Angeles, people say, oh, you know, the shoes are so expensive. But you got to realize when you're combining good construction with a great silhouette, you have to pay a premium price. For example, the black leather is in the middle, right? There's I think they call it the Wyatt in Saint Laurent. Once again, pull this up. This has a very, very similar silhouette. I don't think anyone, this is so hard to do. I don't think anyone currently makes a silhouette like this in the market right now that's doing a good Chelsea boot and making sure that, yeah, you have that, you know, that sleekness at the back over here, that ramp, making sure this is slim and this stays flat as long as it can before it has to peak upwards, making sure that this part of the sole is slim right under the elastic gore in the middle, right? Obviously, this leather, if you want to put shit on here to get better grip, all the power to you, man. But once again, great boot here. Oro Los Angeles makes a amazing Chelsea boot. Now, if you have wide feet, and now this is just a section who I wouldn't recommend Oro Los Angeles to. If you have wide feet, don't get this shit. This is not for you. Look into Thursday boot. Look into the Carmina, right? I think they have some lasts you can do on there that's a little bit wider. Oro Los Angeles does not have that. It's one last for every model. 2, I don't recommend buying them if they are back ordered. You will be waiting for a long ass time to get those shoes. And they'll tell you on the website if it's back ordered or not on your size. I don't recommend waiting. I would recommend waiting to see if it's in stock before you buy them. Or get them off of eBay or some shit like that. You're going to have a horrible time waiting for back ordered stuff. Also, Oro Los Angeles sells clothes. The clothes, in my opinion, look terrible. They're like cheesy. I feel like that's how a lot of young guys dressed back in like 2017, 18, when like Kanye used to dress like that. I think the clothes they make look absolutely terrible. People say, yo, it's quality, but it's just it's not versatile. It's not a grown man's type look. If you are, 18, 19, you're watching these videos and you're looking to get the skinny jeans with the rips and the holes all over them and the paint splatters on them like you do a real job. Don't do that. It just looks downright terrible. It's immature. I definitely don't think it's a good way to buy. Moving onwards, as far as what model to choose, here's how I bought them, literally from right to left. I got the Alicantes first. I like the versatility of the crepe sole, great silhouette. I can wear that with anything. These right here, I'm gonna wear these to the office when I can start going back. But overall, I think this is a great boot. The Granadas, and over here, this is like a party shoe. This is like the grown man's going out type of shoe, date night shoe. This is clearly sexy. And the red leather is just such a pop. That's a flex. Tell me when you can find a good red bottom that's not, $800. So here's how to buy from Oro Los Angeles. Obviously, there's a website. I would never buy anything full price from there. I think full price is making them a weaker buy. It's still a great deal at full price because you think about the silhouette and the quality. But if you can get a 30% discount, which is what I would wait for, or a 25% discount, that's when you buy. I bought all of these besides the Alicantes on 25% off. I wouldn't buy them at a 0%. Like, definitely get a discount. I think if you wait for Black Friday, this is coming out in October, wait for your Black Friday if you do want that full 30% off. They do that every year. So wait for that to come around and then buy them. It's the best time to buy at that point. Overall, my impressions of Oro Los Angeles, get these boots, guys. If you guys are looking for a great Chelsea boot and you are looking for something that would last you a long time and you want something that a lot of guys down the street aren't going to be wearing. Now, guys will wear Chelsea boots. Don't get me wrong. The guys will wear Chelsea boots, but they aren't going to wear Chelsea boots with these silhouettes, with this quality when you're talking about getting a Blake stitched shoe. They're not going to do that. They can't do that. And that's really what differentiates you in terms of having something that is quality that you can have for a long ass time. And they're expensive shoes. And that's really just my overall comparison of how I'd wear them. Of why I'd buy them and how to buy from ORO Los Angeles. There's a lot of reviews out there on them from the people who have negative experiences with the brand. All of my shit has shipped really quickly. I'm one guy in the world of 3.5 billion guys, so take it as you will. I've had a great time. Haven't bought anything that's back ordered yet. Obviously, I wear a size 13. That's probably why no one's buying the same size I'm wearing. But once again, I've heard different people have better results. So keep that in the back of your mind. Once again, if someone needs me to make a more detailed video on any one of these models here, or maybe do like an on feet kind of thing, hit me up. Let me know what you guys want. I will be happy to do an update video or some kind of on feet video. I'm not some style guru or whatever. You can find other videos like that from other guys who've done it. But yeah, this is ORO Los Angeles. This is what I think about the brand. Buy the shoes. Probably skip out on the clothes. Get a discount code on whatever the fuck you buy from. Anyway, that's Man Shoe. I'm signing out.